Let's have a role play, okay? I'll try to set the situation up. I am your son. You are my father or my mother, and I'm interacting with you, and I'm rather upset, and now I'll use the alter ego technique, but you have to act as if you cannot hear that. You hear it only as a participant in this process, not in the role. It'll give insight to all of us in our learning role. Okay? I just had it with school, Dad. I just get nothing out of it at all.
Tell me more.
Well, it just seems to have no value. I mean, it isn't practical. It doesn't deal with life. It doesn't deal with real things. It's just so kind of theoretical, Dad.
So what are you telling me? I don't understand, Stephen.
Well, I'm just trying to tell you that, I don't know, I don't know if I should even stay in school. I mean, I don't know, I don't see much value in it at all.
So you're telling me you're thinking about dropping out?
Why not? I mean, my friend Joe did. He did, and he's got a great job, and he is learning a lot more than I am. I'm telling you that right now. He really is, a lot more.
Well, I'm not sure that's what you really want to do, is it? Let's talk about it for a second.
Boy, I'd like to talk about what I want to talk about, but I don't want to talk about school.
Are you listening to me?
See, you didn't see any of that. Yeah, Mom, I mean, I don't know, it's just so frustrating sometimes. I learn so little and everything.
Well, if you just apply yourself more.
I mean, I've tried to apply myself, and I've really given it, I've been there now for 2 months. I mean, that is a real good effort.
Well, I just don't think you're giving it all your effort. I mean, look at your sister.
Oh. Yeah, I know, but she just takes this to this stuff. I mean, she just loves it, and she doesn't have the same interest that I have, Mom, and I just don't know why there should be any basis there at all.
Well, your dad and I work really hard for you to be in this special school. I mean, I've even taken on a job now so that we can put you in the school.
Oh, I know you meant to do all that, and it's not that I'm not grateful for what you and Dad are trying to do. It's just that it's just so difficult, and I mean, I don't see much use in it. I mean, it just, you know, they deal with so much abstraction and, you know, all this theory.
Well, I think you just need to apply yourself better. Maybe if we get you a tutor.
Oh, boy, now I've got to deal with that.
Well, you can't just quit. You'll never get into the college of
Oh,
your
I
choice.
wish I could talk about what I want to talk about. But I guess she wants to persist in this, and I'm feeling kind of so bad after all that they've been trying to do and everything.
Well, I guess I just don't understand. Maybe you can help me understand what it is that you really want. I don't understand.
Well, I sure don't feel understood, but I don't want to get into what I really want her to understand right now. Not after my sister and with all of the things that she and my father have been doing for me on all my life. I'm just trying to say that I just don't know if there's much worth and value to this, Dad. I've given it a good shot, and you know what I mean?
If it isn't school that you want to do, then what do you want to do?
Boy, I wish I could talk about what I want to talk about, but Dad wants me to get into action planning about how we'll do it. Well, I have to confront you know, all this theory that's being presented every day. And I mean, take the social studies. They never even deal with what stuff's in the newspaper that I even hear you talk about, Dad. Just gets me into all of this abstract stuff.
In other words, you're saying learning's a tough experience?
Well, it's not that. It's just, I don't know. It's just.
You know, son, I'd like to relate something to you. You can check with your grandfather on this, and he'll help. When I was 16 years old, and we had come back from Mexico,
Oh, I wish I could talk about what I want to talk about.
you know,
But
I was pretty
I don't know.
wild,
I have to
son.
listen to Dad's autobiography again. I've heard chapters 3 and 4 so many times in my life, and
At 16 years old,
I even heard about the background chapter that was put in the appendix of his autobiography about his grandfather, and I don't know, but I'll have to be pleasant, and because I can see.
why don't we do this, son? If you really feel there's no point in me trying to browbeat you to stay in school. If you really feel that this is what you want to do, why don't we take one semester or 6 months or whatever here, and let's have a trial basis here, and you go out and work.
Oh, I'm just so heartsick now because he's come to the OK Corral for the gunfight, and oh, I wish I could talk really about what I'm feeling inside, but now I'm getting I'm so torn, but I'm partly mad about this thing, and well, maybe we should.
That might be a good idea. I think
Yeah,
you
that
could
might be a good
you
idea.
could probably move in with Joe, and the two of you could really see.
I don't know if Mom would go along with that.
Oh, I
She
think-
loves me, and
I-
she's told me that.
Don't you think I love you, son? Come over here and I'll give you a kiss.
I don't know what to say. I wish I could talk about really what's happening to me inside. I guess I've just kind of had it, Mom. Maybe had it at home. Maybe I should do exactly what you're saying.
What is it that you want?
Just notice what happens when you ask questions, when you probe. Notice what happens when you give advice. Remember the stimulus response concept? See, most of us have been trained all of our life. In order to get understanding, ask questions. But when you ask questions, where do your questions come from? Whose autobiography? Your own. Your own frame of reference, your own value system. And you could be so well-meaning, but you're still controlling and directing. So be hesitant about questions. In fact, be hesitant about anything that is autobiographical. Now look, you know what autobiography means? Autobiography, what does that mean? Yeah, out of yourself. Now, the best of intentions, and I can feel your warmth, I can feel your caring without any question. It comes right through your face and your eyes. But if you probe, if you advise, if you evaluate, which means to either agree or disagree, or if you interpret, that means to figure me out, or to have some hidden scenario or theory in your own mind that you're kind of working on. If I could bring Stephen around to this, see, maybe the thing that's really bothering him is this, see. All four are autobiographical. With the best of intentions, but still autobiographical. It's one of the main reasons, really, why many parents do not get close to their kids. With the best of intentions, they're doing these autobiographical things. They mean so well. It is so real to them. How's it going, son? Fine. Well, what's happening lately, son? Not much. Well, how'd they go in school today? Fine. Well, son, what did you do after school? We kind of played around, played basketball. Who'd you play with? Tom. Just kind of threw around a little. Did you enjoy it? Yeah? What's wrong with you, kid? I'm trying the best I can to help you, to show my care for you, to do something with you. You give me these short, clipped answers, and you talk endlessly with other people. Don't you know what your mother and I have done? Do you have any idea the things we have done, the price we have paid? Now go ahead, son. Open up. Tell us how you feel. Now, if you have an extremely large emotional bank account with somebody, you know, people can take off with each other, they can use autobiographical, and they can direct and advise. I'm not saying that those autobiographical approaches are not appropriate at all. If someone were to say to me, Stephen, where's the restroom? I wouldn't say, you're really hurting. All I'm saying is, if you're really trying to empathically listen within the other's frame of reference, then autobiographical responses are not useful.